Oh, hello, gamers. We've got Sonic fan chicanery. Mario Kart World is doomed to fail. ... And it just did by the gaming rift. From the looks of this man's channel, he looks like he's one of them Sonic fans. From what I've heard that Sonic fans are like a own particular brand of insane. And guessing from his titles and his thumbnails and his absolute us versus them team sports mentality, it seems to be the case. Because of all the eggs to put in any basket, the fact that you put it in Sonic is I don't know, brother. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But either way, Mario Kart World is doomed to fail was a bit of a strange title, if you ask me. I don't think it was doomed to fail. I think it succeeded in the way Nintendo wanted it to. I think there's some critiques you can make of their like philosophy when it comes to supporting games post-launch. I think there's some interesting arguments to be made. Are any of them going to happen here? Absolutely not. Probably not. But hey, I'll always hold out my thoughts just in case. Without further ado, gamers, is he rifting or is he grifting? Let's find out.
Fans of the channel will know that I wasn't very positive.
Oh, for fuck's sake, gamers, he's English. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's going to be friendly fire, isn't it? It's going to be friendly fire. If I end up hating this video, it's going to be friendly fire. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I hate this already. We just came off Retro Sofa. Oh, no. That tracks? Does it? I don't know, man. I'm upset now. I'm upset. Too many Sonic fans in my island. You guys need to go home.
Leading up to the release
you need to go back to your country, okay?
Nintendo Switch 2.
Fuck.
And now with all the bullshit surrounding Mario Kart World, it kind of makes me think I was right in my decision.
Right in your decision of what? Hang on, restart from the top? Hang on, give me a sec.
Fans of the channel will know that I wasn't very positive leading up to the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, and now with all the bullshit surrounding Mario Kart World, it kind of makes me think I was right in my decision.
You weren't. That's the sad bit. You weren't, and that's just true. You released this in a world that has DK Bonanza. So you're just kind of... Yeah, I hate to break the news to you, but DK Bonanza is like one of my favorite games ever made. And everyone's giving it the rightful praise it deserves. Yeah, obviously because one game defines the console. Yeah, exactly. But like you can't say that now. Like just can't say that, man. Bit of a shame. I know, but I don't make up the rules. You just can't really. He's trying so hard already, isn't he? He really is. Guys, remember, guys, he's a Sonic fan in 2025. Calm some slack. Chat, calm some slack. Okay? He chose his fate. Okay, don't feel too sorry for him. He's got more subs than me, therefore we can be mean. That's how it works.
The decision to not get a Switch 2, that is. So Mario Kart World has been out for less than 2 months now, and there is already issues with matchmaking, either because the servers are shit or because there simply aren't enough people playing the game.
Okay, I don't trust this guy's judgment, so I will defer it to my chats. Have you guys been having problems finding lobbies recently? I have not played Worldwide since I made my video, so I can't attest to this knowledge at all. Have you like been having problems like finding lobbies at all? Has there been like lobbies that have like been more emptier than you'd like? Maybe like what? I don't know. What would you guys say? There are enough people playing the game because like I don't believe this. Off the top of my head, I want to say no, but like I don't believe. I'm asking you. I've got a whole chat I can ask. I don't know, I played Worldwide, I heard it's true. I haven't played in a week, but I haven't had any since then. I played today and it was very easy to find people. Not really. Yes, because I don't have the game. True. They're right. Not really. I got kicked out of lobby earlier. It depends on which mode. Really? No. I played Worldwide. I had no issues. They're lobbies, but they aren't full. Maybe it's a proximity issue. Not really. Nah. Rare to find a full lobby. Depends on the mode. Yes, it's true. A mix of answers. I would say more trending positive than negative. Interesting. Very interesting, actually.
This has become such a prevalent issue that YouTubers have actually started recommending people join this Discord server just to assist in getting into online lobbies.
That's not true though. He's just oh, he's showing his arse. He's showing his arse already, chat. Oh my god. We're not even like 1 minute into the video. Yeah, oh my god. He's just wrong. Good lord. Oh man, it's friendly fire, gamers. It's gonna be friendly. Hang on. I'll make my own reality so I'm right. Literally, this guy is living in a state of psychosis. Actually delusional. People aren't joining the Mario Kart Discord to join lobbies, because you can join lobbies very easily. It's just people want to play 3-lap and Nintendo seem to be like very fervent against it. Which if you want to criticize them for that, that's fine, but you're just wrong. You're just wrong, I'm afraid. Just twice. How has he done that, chat? Twice he's been wrong in under 30 seconds, in under a minute. How's he done that, huh? least bad faith Sonic fan. Guys, this is your own. Hey, Sonic fans, he's one of your own. He's you. These are your people. These are your people. Elite, hey, hang on. I'm not. Listen, I know I live in a glass house. I'm a Pokemon fan, right? I have to live with the tree. Graphics, exit, right? Listen, I'm not saying my house is in order, but I'm saying these are your people. These are your people. At least when Pokemon fans complain, it's at the game, right? There was an era when Pokemon was amazing. Now it's just merely good, right? So I get it. Sonic fans will have been eating Mario's ass for years. Leave the plumber alone. He's got more things to deal with. It's unbelievable, man. You've got Sonic Racing CrossWorlds coming out. That shit has Minecraft Steve. You should be talking about that. Unreal. Like, and the worst way, like, this is like Fritango with less charisma. How did you manage that? Like, I know I've had loads of people, like, not loads, but I've had a moderate amount of people saying, Moresty, cover Fritango. But it seems like every video of his I've watched to, like, do research. Like, yeah, he's definitely, like, a bit of a cringeoid. I'm not going to pretend he isn't. But at least he's kind of funny about it. Like, I mean, I hope you have a chance to win me over. But so far, like, you just seem like a boring. Let's continue, though. Let's continue. You've only watched 30 seconds. Let's continue.
Which is something that I can't say I've ever seen before. Like, making a Discord server just to play with your friends is one thing, but making a Discord server so you can...
He's just wrong. Not only is he wrong, but he's bloviating about it. It's unreal. Such a one-sided rival. It kind of is.
Actually find lobbies is another thing altogether. And I talk so much shit about the recent Call of Duty games, but if there's one thing they're good at, it's keeping their servers going for at least a year before shit hit.
To be fair, scrolling through the videos, it's pretty clear that he's a Sonic fan, that his whole personality is being pretentious, shitting on Mario and Nintendo while never saying anything bad about Sonic. Well, allow me to do exactly what he's been doing to Sonic right back at you. Moresty, that's the name you should know. Moresty, I'm the star of the show.
It's the fan. Give or take a couple of issues
along
the way, I'm sure. However, this is scratching the surface, as I believe that Mario Kart World is failing, not for one big reason, but for a load of little reasons.
And I'm sure you're going to tell me none of them. I'm sure you're going to tell me absolutely none of them, broski.
Which we'll get into now.
Hey, isn't a CrossWorlds $70? Isn't that like £65? Why don't you talk about that, huh? Hey, your game's £65. Why is it? It's too expensive. What happened?
Mario Kart World has certainly sold impressive numbers, considering it's been out for less than 2 months. However, because it was bundled, the numbers are overinflated and that much people don't actually have it. Again, you have to remember that it was bundled with the console.
Fucking red, hooked and cooked. This game, it's just predictable. It's boring. Actually,
when it comes to Mario.
Literally, it's so true. Thank you so much. So it's fucking boring. They got literally hooked. Brother, I could have made this video in my sleep. You're boring. At least Fritango is funny. His videos are shit, just like yours. But at least he's funny. He's at least like making it clear that he's doing it as a joke. Fuck my life, brother.
Meaning that sales for this game was obviously going to be hyper-inflated compared to other Switch 2 exclusives. Which is the same reason why Wii Sports and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe especially are in the top 10 best-selling games.
Obviously has to shit on Nintendo some more just to get in. Hey, hang on. What wasn't Sonic 1 bundled with the Genesis? Hang on. Wasn't Sonic 1 bundled with the Genesis? Oh, hang on, gamers. Oh, he might be acting like an angel, chat, and he might be acting like an angel.
Of all time, because they were bundled with their respective consoles. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm surprised that the game sold as decently as it did, considering all of the bullshit surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2.
Why would you be surprised? Like, online bullshit does not real-life decision-making entail. Like, those two are, like, almost mutually exclusive. Like, it's Mario Kart. It was always going to sell. And that was like the big issue behind why it was $80 or £75. Is that Nintendo knew they could get away with this, because we all knew they could get away with this, you know? Because it's Mario Kart. Everyone's going to buy the fucking Mario Kart, you know? So,
as well as leading up to the game's release. From the over-expensive console to the fact that it was $100 more expensive in regions outside of...
The console was not over-expensive. The console was about as expensive as I probably expected to. And most people, I would say, and I'm going to talk for most of us in the chat, I think most of us weren't displeased with the Switch 2's price. It was the games. So he's just lying here. Once again, me when I lie. Can we get a lying counter, chat? Actually, how many times is that? Is that like 4 times, chat? I'm going to put the number at 4. We're going to put the number at 4. I'm going to put me when I lie. What are we going to call it, gamers? We're going to call it lying counter. We're gonna give him a lying counter. Gamers, make your predictions. Make your predictions. How high do you think the lying counter will go, gamers? How many lies will this man lie? Let's find out. I'm gonna say I'm figured 14. 20? 64? Ooh, actually, hang on. We are a minute and 52 in and he's already got 4 lies. I'm going to say 19 lies. I'm going to say 9. Remember, lock in a guess, chat. Lock in a guess. I'm going to snip some of these guesses, and if someone got it right, I will gift 5 memberships. You need to get it right on the button. No near misses. Okay, there we go, gamers. I've got my 4 screenshots. I've got my 4 screenshots, gamers. If anyone matches, I will gift 5 memberships. Without further ado, continue, Mr. Liar.
The fact that the Jap was $100 more expensive in regions outside of Japan, to the fact that the Japanese version was region locked, to the imminent.
I do think it was a bit of a shame how Nintendo sold it cheaper in their own native territory, to prove that they could sell it for cheaper, but decided not to. I do think that was shitty, but I don't think it's not a lie. Technically, I do think it's a bit of a shame. Definitely, I agree with him there.
Arrival of $80 games. Oh, and the fact that you don't actually own your Switch 2 because Nintendo basically keeps one hand on the wheel for the entire time that you have the console.
That's line number 5 already, gamers. Line number 5 already. To my knowledge, unless someone could link me otherwise, to my knowledge, I looked into this, and the Nintendo can't brick your system. They can ban you from online, but they can't literally make your system unusable. I've not seen any evidence. I've read a lot of articles. And I think even the article you showed, actually, hang on, let's see.
Keeps one hand on the wheel.
Consumer Rights Watchdog has launched a legal challenge against Nintendo for its policy of bricking. See, they put bricking in quotes. You see that? The console users who violate the console's terms of service. The policy is a new addition to Nintendo's user agreement. The change took effect May 7th, just a month before Nintendo Switch 2. Via AGN, the report of bricks consoles emerged at the Switch 2's launch. Affected users speculated the bans are a result of using flash memory cards generally, and the MIG Switch device in particular, both that can be used for piracy. A brick console cannot access the internet with the error code. The ban encompasses the paid online features such as game chat and online multiplayer, but also unpaid ones like download patches or verifying game key cards. If you can't use game key cards, I would say that's a bit much. If getting your console banned from online also means you can't download any patches, I do think it's shitty. But I also don't think it's unique to Nintendo neither. I think Xbox and Sony also have the exact same policy. I think if my PS5 got banned from playing online, then yes, I wouldn't be able to download patches neither. At least from my knowledge. So I don't think this is entirely unique. It's shitty, but I don't think it's entirely unique. And they're not bricking consoles either. First, it's the console itself that's banned, not just the user of the account. This means that purchasing a Switch 2 secondhand could result in buying a bricked console, one that cannot access any of the console's online features. According to the agent, this has happened already. I think that's more of a caveat emptor thing. If you're buying a Switch secondhand, I think it's up to you to verify that it can play online before buying it. I think that's just a caveat emptor. I do think the MIG Switch stuff was a bit overblown, but I don't think people should be banned for using it for not piracy reasons. No, 100%. I 100% agree with that. But saying you're bricking it is insane. Why are you listening to IGN? Good lord, IGN hate in 2025? Kelly, I'll be honest. Is that your first chat message as well? Okay, that isn't your first chat message. Okay, if that was your first chat message, you know what? 5 minutes of Dimitri. 5 minutes of Dimitri, okay? IGN hate in 2025 is not a good look, okay? I'll be real with you. It's pretty cringe. It's pretty cringe. They're just harmless, okay?
Wheel for the entire time that you have the console.
It's like hating on Nostalgia Critic in 2025. I'm just like, who cares, bro? You know what I mean? It's like, come on now. What are we doing here? It's a bit old hat, you know? It's a bit old hat. Come on now. Go get some more recent memes. You got to hate on Skibbity Toilet, you know?
Basically so that they keeps one hand on the wheel for the entire time that you have the console. Basically so that they can brick the fucking thing if you sneeze the wrong way. So whilst, yes, it certainly has sold impressive numbers, I think it's pretty evident that the sales have been negatively affected by all of this.
I wouldn't say so, no. I think you're equating online nonsense to real-life sales, which I think typically tends not to track too much. I mean, technically he's not lying. I think it has affected the sales, but I don't think it's nearly as much as people say. Because, when he says evident, I think evident is a lie. I would actually count that as a lie. I won't count that as a lie, Chat. I think saying evident is a lie. Because you can't prove that it has affected. And typically, when it comes to video game, online stuff, I don't think it affects I don't think it's evident, if that makes sense. I think I'm counting that as a bit of a lie. Most casuals aren't aware of the drama, so I'm calling that a lie.
Especially when you compare it to other games released this year. Elden Ring Night Rain, despite being part of a relatively new niche IP, sold 2 million units on its first day.
Okay, that's not. I'm gonna add a new one, chat. That's technically not a lie, but that's I'm gonna say disingenuous. I'm gonna call it What are we calling this? I'm not gonna call it disingenuous. Is a bit too long. I need like a shorter word, chat. What's a shorter word for disingenuous? Yeah, because like Elden Ring's not niche, and it's from Soft. Like, what literally game of the year? What are we talking about? Oh, cringe. I like cringe. Cringe counter. I like that. Cringe counter. Because while he's technically not wrong, that is an insane. That's just genuinely just an insane thing to say. I want to call it a cringe counter. So we got a cringe counter and a lying counter. I would say the 5 gifted memberships only count for the lying counter. I think the cringe counter is just for fun. So we'll keep the cringe counter on the screen as well. Let's continue. Oh yeah. So to debunk this, like, Elden Ring is a game that's been out for multiple years has the advantage of being out on multiple systems, being made by. It is a critically and commercially acclaimed video game, and is made by one of the most devs with a high amount of pedigree. So I think saying that this outsold a new console's launch game, I think in the first 6 months, I think is a bit crazy. I think that's a bit of a misnomer. I think it's a bit cringe. I think it's a bit cringe. So. Liar. The cringe counter.
Sold 2
niche is crazy again. Elden Ring niche is insane.
million units on its first day. And Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered reached 4 million players just days after its release.
Yeah, but that's Oblivion Remastered. Of course it did. This is one of the most anticipated remasters of like all time. Are you kidding me? That's another. Okay, I'm putting that on the cringe counter chat. I'm adding another one to the cringe counter. That's unbelievable. Like, it's literally, I've never even played Oblivion, and I know how infamous it is. Like, we've all seen the Oblivion NPC memes. This game is like ingrained itself in the cultural zeitgeist of online gaming so hard, it's actually unreal. So I don't believe this. You're just another one on the cringe counter. I don't think this guy's forgetting games aren't casually scrimbies or Fortnite can be big. Literally, like, if it's not Fortnite, it can't be big. Like, that's crazy. Honestly, actually crazy from this man.
And the fact that these...
And also, again, a lot of it was on Game Pass. Oh, that's actually... Oh, that's even worse. Oh, that's true. Oh, hang on, that's true, isn't it? He said 4 million players, not 4 million sales. And a lot of them were on the... Ooh, Gaming Rift. Sneaky. That's a good find, Minister Chicken. That's a good find. You know, we're going to add a bonus cringe to that. We're going to add a bonus cringe. We're gonna add 3. We're gonna add 3. That was 2 cringe points. I'm gonna get that 2 cringe points. The lying is gonna be like when he's lying out at a point. The cringe is more like the points are nonsense. You know what I mean? Oh, this is excluded. Hang on. Okay. Do you know what, Minister Chicken, you lied. No. Do you know what, Minister Chicken, you lied. Minister Chicken, you lied. You know, I'm adding a Minister Chicken cringe counter now. Unbelievable. You forgot to read.
Reached 4 million players just days after its release. And the fact that these games outsold fucking Mario Kart, especially when the...
Oh, hang on. No way.
Previous game in the series is one of the best-selling games of all time, I think you have a problem.
Gamers, what what do we even do? I'm at a loss for words, gamers. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. That game was out. You're comparing a game that was out for 11 years, basically, against the game that was out for 6 weeks on 2 whole consoles. No way.
Sir Musty, people who hack/pirate games already know the risk of
They
connecting
do.
to the internet has been a thing since the Wii.
It has.
Find solutions.
It has, yes. So, which is why I see any of this bricking discourse, and I'm like, strange, very, very, very strange. I'm gonna add 1 to the lying and the cringe counter because I think that's a lie and it's cringe. Honestly, I think that's unbelievable.
A larger issue with Mario Kart World is the fact that the game was basically sabotaged on launch because of the insane drought of Nintendo exclusive games with the release of the Nintendo Switch 2. I've gone on record many times.
Sabotaged on launch? Surely it would be the reverse, right? That, like, it being the only game on launch means that it has more. Yeah, okay, that's another lie. That's another lie, gamers. I'm at 100% counting that's another lie. Yeah, like wouldn't it mean it sold more because it's the only game available? Sabotaged? I mean, I'll let him finish because I don't think he's finished his point, but like, I don't think that's how that works.
I'm saying that I hate the concept of video game exclusives, and that still remains the case. However, with Nintendo, I don't mind the idea of video game exclusives. I think they're pretty good actually.
I think it gives people like an incentive. I suppose I kind of get it in the sense that if video games are exclusive, it means it's less accessible to the biggest pool of people. But I also think it can be a nice way to incentivize someone to buy a console. So I think it can be a bit of both, you know? Having too many would overshadow. Yeah, I feel like there's a good world where, like, for example, you can buy a PlayStation knowing that you can only get like Uncharted and The Last of Us and like God of War on there. But like, I feel like if there was too many exclusives on each console, I feel like I can understand this take. But I feel like there's not really that many in like the modern day. Do you know what I mean? The most exclusives like end up going on PC anyway. So I'm like, I don't think the exclusive debate is like much of a debate these days. You know, I just don't think so. I think that's just a bit of a 2015 take in 2025. Does that make sense? I don't think exclusives are really a problem, you know, in the modern day.
Nintendo, it's
an issue of accessibility, but it's important for the health of the console sales. Just look at Microsoft and how many games go multi-platform. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I feel like it's I wouldn't say necessary evil. Maybe I don't know if I would describe it as necessary evil. I just like I kind of like the fact that I don't know. I just feel like console exclusives are just kind of cool in a way. Again, I feel like if there was too many, I'd get it. But I don't know. I just kind of like the fact that if you wanted to play fucking I don't know, like Halo, you kind of had to have an Xbox. I think that's everything. That's what put Xbox on the map. The fact that like they had one of the best shooters of the era on their own console, you know. And we've seen what happens when Xbox doesn't have exclusives and they just put stuff on everything. It's like, what are we doing here, you know? Without exclusive, just a shitty PC. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it gives it its unique edge and also incentivizes the first-party publishers and such devs to make a bit more sauce, you know? I feel like if exclusives didn't exist, we wouldn't get, like, Uncharted. We wouldn't get, like, a game like Uncharted. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those weird takes. This guy straight up shouldn't make videos like this. Or he's it's the gaming grift, you know what I mean? He's making that De Niro, broski. He's making that money. Guys, how is he making more money than me, huh? Guys, people like this make more money than me. I can't believe this, guys. What a cruel world we live in. It's such a cruel world out there.
Exclusives are basically the only reason why you would get a Switch 2. Because despite the leap in hardware quality compared to the Switch 1, it is still objectively the weakest gaming platform compared to the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation.
Yeah, this is just a lie. I'm adding that one to the lie and to the cringe chat. I think that's a bit of both. I think it has to be both. Now, I won't pretend that the Switch, Nintendo's exclusive series are like their main draw, but like as a console, the Switch is phenomenal. Like let's not pretend ourselves. Like let's just not. It's just a straight up lie. Like the idea of a system being both portable and like being portable and a home console is genuinely brilliant. Like it's just like to say it sucks is like unbelievable. Nah, just like this is just wrong. Like this is actually just wrong.
PlayStation 5 and even a mid-tier gaming PC. And as a result of this, it should have been.
But like you kind of forget the fact that, and I think a lot of people, I think the weakest meant hardware, but even then, I just think most people don't fucking care. Like I can take this with me, as Wootmar said, I can play Elden Ring while I'm having a shit. Can I do that with a PC? No, if I did that with a PC, people would call me weird, and rightfully so. It's weird. You know, I don't know what to say, man. I like it.
Within Nintendo's interest to spoil you with choice for Nintendo exclusives, because let's be honest, there's not much point buying AAA games for the Switch 2, especially if you already own them on more powerful platforms. But
I would say not necessarily. I would say there's some games I've bought again on the Switch 2 because I like the idea of owning it on a console that I can also take with me, you know? Like, I don't know if Balatro is on the Switch 2, but I would 100% buy Balatro on the Switch 2. So I would disagree with that. I have done, and guys, no, actually, let's ask the chat. I know I have personally bought some games again on the Switch 2 just to own it on that console specifically. I don't think I would ever buy a game I have on my PC on my PlayStation 5, most likely, unless I want to play it specifically on a controller. I think the only time I did that was like Hi-Fi Rush, because I really want to play that game on a controller. But like very, 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 very rarely have I like bought, like if I see a game on PC and PS5, I'll buy it for one, not the other. But if I have a game on one platform, I could easily see myself buying it on the Switch. I don't do it too often, but 100%. 100% I'll do that. Done an Overwatch on 2 on Switch so I can play it portably. Yeah, exactly. I bought Stardew Valley again on the Switch 2 just to play it. I like Nintendo. For me, it's not really, but that's because I own a Steam Deck. Well, yeah, if you own a Steam Deck, I think the Steam Deck. I think if you don't own a Switch, if you don't own a Steam Deck, I think the Switch is basically that for you. So yeah, Exactly. The hybrid model effectively strikes the perfect balance of a Nintendo. Powerful enough to run third parties, but first parties make a great portable console. It's just a perfect console, man. So, hey, listen, guys, I'm so sorry, Gaming Rift, that the Dreamcast didn't work out for you. I'm sorry. The Dreamcast was actually a really fucking cool console, man. But I'm sorry, it didn't sell well. I'm sorry, Sonic Bros. Guys. Sonic 06 kind of sucks, doesn't it, guys? It sucks. No. Poor guy. There's games I own that I would buy a Switch 2 just to own a portable version. Yeah, like, I feel like you'd be much more likely to do that than, like, the reverse, for example, you know?
But that's not really what happened with the Switch 2, because on launch, Mario Kart World was the only brand new Nintendo game, and it was being charged for $80, making it the most expensive Nintendo game of all time and $10 more expensive than Tears of the Kingdom. And aside from very expensive ports of Nintendo Switch games, those being Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, as well as very expensive and underperforming ports of AAA games, such as Cyberpunk 2077, that's your lot, really, as far as Nintendo games go.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, would I have liked it if, like, the Nintendo Switch 2 launched with a bit more? Yeah, but and again, this is another thing where we'll ask the chat. I am going to add another counter to the cringe, just for obviously discounting the fact that there is a $50 bundle. What I will say is that I'm almost certain, again, tell me, just to say yeah or no if this is true. But for me, one of the best-selling points of the Switch 2 to buy it now, as opposed to when the games I want come out, is I wanted a beefier Switch 1. I want to play my Switch 1 games on better hardware. Because I've heard that, like, was it SV runs like butter? I've heard that Brothership runs like butter. I've heard so many games run like butter. And that was, like, my main driving force to why I bought a Switch 2 now instead of buying it when, like, Metroid Prime came out, for example. And I'm sure there's, like, more of you guys that did it for that reason too than just me. I'm sure I'm not unique. Yeah, I'm not unique in that regard. I'm sure there's loads of you guys who also did the same thing. I just wanted the beefier Switch 1. That's what I wanted, and that's exactly what I got. I probably would have bought the Switch 2 when Metroid Prime came out, or if not, bought it for Mario Kart World because, you know, for the business. But on a personal level, I would have just bought it when Metroid came out. But yeah. I feel like I also just saw the headlines that third parties are saying the games are underperforming, and it just ran with that point. Yeah, I think you just saw that as well, which case I'm just like, well, that's kind of, if I'm a third party, I'm like, in all fairness, what did CD Projekt Red think? Like, Cyberpunk isn't exactly a new game. Is it neat that it's on the Switch 2? Yeah, I'm glad that Cyberpunk is on the Switch 2, but I'm not like clamoring at their mouth for like Cyberpunk on the Switch 2. If CD Projekt Red made a whole like new game, like Cyberpunk 2 or something, and it debuted on the Switch 2 alongside the other consoles, yeah, that'd be amazing. It'd be a brand new game to play on your console. I'm just like, I don't know, man.
We want answers.
I don't know. I don't know what they expected.
Why are you police officers?
I'll blow up Malaysia. Thank you so much, Luke.
Here's how to get Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 version for $60. Get the Switch version on Woot and pay for the upgrade pack.
Crazy, honestly, Luke. That's a hack. I hope they patch that. I bought it because I knew games would get there once, so I'd buy it myself and not spend too much at once. Yeah, fair. I don't think it'd be a good idea to have a lot of heavy hits at once. You already have Mario Kart World Delta in the Cyberpunk to keep you busy and give room for other heavy. Yeah, I think I said this like last time when I talked about the Switch 2, and I think I talked about it with the real life fake wizard video. In that, yeah, I like the fact that I got Mario Kart World now. I played a bunch of Mario Kart World. I've got DK Bonanza, and I'm playing a bunch of DK Bonanza. I'm still playing that game, and then by the time I'm done with DK Bonanza, next game's going to come out, right? So then once I'm done with that, next game. So I love this. If anything, I think this is, for me personally, I'm sure for a lot of you guys too, I much rather this release schedule than having a bunch of stuff at once. Would it be nice if we had like maybe like another heavy hitter on the same level as Mario Kart at launch immediately? Yeah, sure. But I would say I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this business model personally. I think it benefits me personally, therefore it must be a good business model. Yeah, too many games coming out at once would cannibalize each other. Say, well, yeah, exactly. I like the business model personally.
As a result of this, Mario Kart World was essentially single-handedly forced to carry the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. And when you've only got one game to play for literally months, I think a burnout was almost inevitable. And that's under the best case scenario, because whilst Mario Kart World was certainly decent on launch, through very questionable updates, Nintendo has basically made the public opinion of Mario Kart World very divisive. And
I would agree, yeah, the update was kind of shit. I would say that was kind of shit. And also, just to go back on his previous point, I will say that right after the dono rolls.
By the way, you're doing great for your first day.
Oh, he said months? Technically, it's 1 month. Ooh, that's a lie.
Expensive yet wants
it's a lie.
To blow their whole load. I don't get people.
Slayer, it's called, you have to look up the word grifting. That's what it is, he's grifting. And the worst part is he's not even that good at it. He's not even that good. At least be, like, if Fratanga is better than you, you're doing something bad, man. I'm telling you, at least Fratanga's funny. You can say what you want about Fratanga, you can think he's a cunt, you can think he's a cunt, I don't care what you think of him. At least he's funny. At least he's funny. I've not laughed once yet. Have you laughed? This guy's just boring. He's just boring and skibbity toilet. What is happening right now? I don't understand.
All of this is a night and day difference compared to the launch of the Switch 1, since as you can see here, there was a decent list of games to play day 1, including Breath of the Wild for the Switch. And between day 1 and the end of June, which was the launch window, you got more games such as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which we already established was a fan favorite. Even if you forget all of the other games that the Switch 1 added, in addition to the games that were only exclusive in Japan, it's pretty clear that the launch of the Switch 2 just couldn't compare to the launch of the Switch, and I think that's a problem. And
I don't think so, personally. I just don't think so. As a Switch 2 owner, I am okay with the current crop of Switch 2 games, knowing that I have got Metroid Prime, I've got PLZA, I've got maybe even another 3D Mario later this year, if not the next year. I've also got a litany of Switch 1 games that are now running better on the Switch 2 that I missed out on that I can catch up on. Yeah, and while I will say that Breath of the Wild, what I will say is that Breath of the Wild was such an amazingly insane Switch 1 launch title that I don't think anything in the next, I'll be real, I don't think anything the next console would have came out would have compared to that. I think Breath of the Wild was like genuinely like a phenomenal like launch title, and I think that even if it was just that game that came out, I would have single-handedly carried it. The Switch 2, maybe not as good, but as far as I'm concerned, it's backwards compatible, which is the important bit. So I can play all the Switch 1 games that I missed out on in better quality and better frame rates. But also I've got Mario Kart now, I've got DK Bonanza now, I've got Metroid Prime to come, I've got, you know what I mean? Like I'm literally the guy owning the console. If anything, do you know the worst part is? I am a guy who literally owns the fucking console. If there's somebody who's gonna agree with you, like, yes, you're right, I do have one of these consoles. I paid for this with my own fucking money. Some of which was generously donated by you guys, thank you. But like, I worked either via live stream or via my security job. If anything, I am the exact kind of person that'd be like, yeah, fuck the Switch 2. But if you're asking me, I've got a couple of good Switch 2 games exclusive to play, and I've got a whole back catalog of games to play, and I'm playing some of the old games. I'm fucking guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving SV. We're gonna play more SV this week, by the way. We need to do more Wo-Chien raids. I'm fucking loving SV. I'll be real with you guys. SV was such a good game. And I had to look at it constantly and go, but the performance sucks, but now I don't have to say that anymore. I don't have to say that.
This guy buys CrossWorlds Digital Deluxe Day 1.
Yeah, man, he's gonna. But like, yeah, too many games would cannibalize this system. Yeah, like, it's such a bad point. It's actually such a bad point. And you know what I suppose? You know, if the Switch 2 had a bunch of games, you would have said, oh, there's too many games. How do you expect your consumers to buy them all? And I'm just like, boring. Again, at least Fratanga's funny. I'm telling you, from my perspective, he makes it clear he's just here to make fun of people. He's not here to make any genuine points. He's just here to like laugh at Nintendo fanboys, which I respect in a way. Because yeah, there's some Nintendo fanboys that need a bit of a point in laughing at. Some of them are fucking cringe. But this guy's like actually trying to make earnest points here. And I'm like, your lying counts at 10, your cringe counts at 5, broski. You're not boating. When it comes to grifters, you're doing a bad job. Should we do this for like every grifter we end up watching, chat? Should we add like the lying cringe counter and see like scale them, see who's like the worst and the best of the grifters?
This only contributed to people's burnout.
It definitely makes this like much more bearable to watch, I'll be honest with you. I think we should make this a segment, gamers. Grift or lift? Welcome to the new Sir Moresty game show, where we see who's making the big bucks and who deserves to get their channel banned. On today's first ever installment, we have got the gaming grift gamers. He's doing a poor performance so far, and it's certainly showing the audience is not happy with this guy. But he has a chance to win us back, as he's got 3 minutes left to go. All gamers, who knows? He might be acting like an angel and dressing like crazy. Let's continue the video and find out more.
Out of Mario Kart World. And if I'm being totally honest, I think that's why Donkey Kong Bonanza was as positively received as it was. Don't get me wrong, I'm not...
Oh, hang on. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, I was about to say, I might not necessarily disagree with your overall point, but like, this is a phenomenal game, sir.
Undermining this game's quality.
Oh, that's
like,
good at least.
People
Okay.
think it's fucking fantastic.
It is phenomenal.
And honestly, good for them. But
Yep.
I think part of the reason why the reception was so positive was because it was a new game to play on the new hardware. And if you...
I don't doubt there was a little bit of that, but considering how amazing this game is, I don't think if there is a element of that, I would say it's like a very small percentage. Like a very, very small percentage. I would say like maybe it bolstered its like overall perception up like maybe 5%. Kind of cringe, but not like, yeah, I would say I would let him get away with this one. I'd let him get away with this one. I'd give him a slap on the wrist. But yeah, I think I don't doubt there's a small percentage of people that probably giving Bonanza maybe a bit more props than they should because it's the only game available. I would say it's a game that's so phenomenal that, you just, I don't know, kind of wrong.
You want me to be completely honest once again? I think Nintendo did this on purpose. I think they put Mario Kart World as the launch game instead of Bonanza because they knew that Bonanza was going to be so damn good by comparison.
I actually don't think that. I think they wanted to launch the Switch 2 because I do think they probably could have launched Bonanza at the same time as the Switch 2. I think their decision to delay it by a month was actually quite clever because with Mario Kart, right? With Mario Kart being the launch title, it's Mario Kart. We know what we're getting with Mario Kart. You are most likely going to buy a new console for Mario Kart. You know what Mario Kart is and what you're getting when you buy Mario Kart. When it comes to DK Bonanza, though, you don't quite know what you're getting. Does that make sense? Who is gonna shell out? Was it $50 for a new console and a 3D Donkey Kong game, a type of game that hasn't existed for 20 years? Does that make sense? Or is Nintendo gonna go, okay, we'll delay its release by a month, give you Mario Kart World, which is a game you know is gonna be great. Again, there's controversies, of course, but it's a game that you know is going to be great. Then in a month from now, once you're kind of like had enough of it, then maybe DK will be an easier sell, and then its reviews will come in. Then you'll want to buy it. To be honest, if you're asking me, it's fucking clever. Not only is Mario Kart a really good launch game because I think post Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I think it's safe to say Mario Kart as a series is a 100% a system seller, but it also gives DK Bonanza a bit more breathing room. DK Bonanza does not want to be your defining launch game because DK as an IP does not have enough pull to really win people over as a launch title. It does not. Zelda does. I would say Zelda does 100%, but I don't think DK does. I just don't believe it. I think since the reviews have come out and are so brilliant, I think now it has that sort of power. Definitely. If you're telling me right now though, chat, would you risk it for a 3D DK that you don't know is going to be good or don't know is going to be bad, or a Mario Kart, which is a sequel to a game that you've not played another Mario Kart or mainline, or should I say console mainline? You've not played another console Mario Kart for 11 years, so you're clamoring at it. You know what I mean? Would Pokemon? I would say Pokemon would, yeah. I'd say so. 3D Mario would have, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's a couple of games that could have been in that spot, but Mario Kart was probably the best game to be in that spot. So, yeah, I would say it was instead of, what was his overall point one more time?
Good by they knew that Bonanza was going to be so damn good by comparison.
I just disagree with this philosophy. I wouldn't say he's lying or cringe. I would just say I disagree with your thesis in that I think DK hasn't got enough pull to be a system seller, but Mario Kart does. I'd say Mario Kart, Smash, Mario, and Zelda, and Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's a good list. TGL Nintendo gives us a good list. If you put any of these 5 games as your launch title, your system will sell. DK is not there. Metroid is not there. Pikmin is not there. Every other IP is just not there. They're good IPs, but they're just not there. But those 5, I would say, 100% are there. 100%. So I think that's my reasoning for that.
Nintendo were probably aware of the
Kirby? I don't think Kirby's quite launch style. If you're asking me, again, this is my personal opinion. I don't think Kirby's launch style material. No. I would say those 5 are like a good 5. I would say so.
Fact that if they released Mario Kart World after Bonanza, it would have been dead on arrival because people seem to have way more enjoyment with Bonanza. It looks gorgeous, and by the sounds of things, it has way more content.
I've always found it weird when people say this, that DK Bonanza has more content, because Bonanza's not an online game. At some point, you will run out of things to do in DKB. You can always go, let me play a couple of worldwides. So if anything, like, I don't know what, like, I've seen this argument. I've seen some people say that, and I'm just like, you're literally arguing apples and oranges. Like, a single player game has a finite amount of content. If anything, if DK Bonanza came out first in Mario Kart World, I feel like people would have been clamoring for a new game much sooner, because people would have probably like been all DK'd out in the first week and a half. Because right now, that DKB, I would say, still kind of garnering some hype. It's still like, everyone's enjoying it. Like, yeah, fucking DK. But like, give it a month, the hype is going to way die down. And not because it's bad, but because people have played it. That's it. But with Mario Kart, you can always go, just one more word out. DKB doesn't have that. You're not going to go, one more banana if you've run out of bananas to find.
Nintendo has
Thank you, Red Cat, for the
done
5.
one major release per month since 2017. Better to have a constant flow
Really?
below your load and have huge droughts.
Interesting if true. Thank you so much, Greta Cat. But yeah, if that's been Nintendo's philosophy for the last, what's it, like 8 years now? I'd say I agree with it. It was a strategic decision, not them intentionally screwing us over. Yeah, but Grifter's gonna grift.
And this is coming from me, the person who genuinely had fuck all hype for this game and couldn't give a shit about it. And even I'll come out and say, yeah, this looks way better than Mario Kart World.
You haven't played it yet, though. I'm not taking the opinion of some Sonic grifter. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, bro. You said it looks better. You haven't played it, though. You haven't played it. How do you know this? How do you know that? I know this because I finished the game. Yeah, I'm adding one to the cringe counter. I'm actually adding 2. One for the whole. Oh, DKB has more content. So I'm adding 2. He's at 7 now. Yeah, just unbelievable stuff. It's like one of my gaming nice opinions in a YouTube. It's one of my pet peeves when people in a YouTube video will say, "Oh, this game looks." I'm just like, "What are we doing? You've not played it though. You just haven't played it. I'm sorry. You just can't have a take on it. You're not allowed. I'm sorry. You're not allowed to have a take unless you've played it. I'm sorry. You just can't do that."
And from there, I think the final nail in the coffin for Mario Kart World is Sonic Racing CrossWorlds.
Well, Sonic Grifter gamers, he's here. He's here, gamers. He's here. He's there. Sonic, hey, Sonic Bros, he's one of you. He's one of you. He's one of you. You'll always be shit. You'll always be shit. Sonic the Hedgehog fans, you'll always be shit. Mario's the best. Better than the rest. Do we love Mario? No, he goes. We fucking love Mario.
Built on one of gaming's longest-lasting franchises,
man.
just like Mario Kart World.
Jesus
However,
Christ.
Sonic Racing CrossWorld seems to be playing to its strengths rather than introducing an open world that no one asked for. Seriously, putting an open world in a Mario Kart game is like making a bulletproof tea towel. On their
He tried to joke, gamers. He tried to be funny. I was gonna say that for me the joke didn't land, if I'm being honest with you, because you've just been so unfunny this whole time. Now you're trying to start jokes. It's just not working for me personally. I had one to the cringe counter. A good attempt though, but gotta try harder than that, brother. You gotta try like pepper and jokes throughout the video instead of trying like to put all your eggs in one basket 6 minutes and 42 seconds in. Do you know what I mean? What I will say though is I like this. Also, I added a second thing to the cringe count. I'll add another one to the cringe counter because this idea that Mario Kart should never have done an open world. I think it's just historical revisionism, you know? If you're asking me before Mario Kart World came out, yeah, I would say, hey, Justy, do you want to open world in Mario Kart World? But yeah, not really. No, I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay. But like, since it's come out, you can't say, oh, it should never have gone open world. I'm like, no, I'm glad they tried it, and I think it's quite interesting. And I'm glad people have had a lot of fun with it. And it's actually very interesting to race around it. Could have maybe used a bit more source? Yeah, but like, I'm glad it exists now. So like, it's just historical revisionism. Do you know what I mean? I don't like it. It's like when do you know what it is? I've got the perfect equivalent. It's like when Pokemon fans say Pokemon should never have gone 3D. Like if you're any Pokemon fan who grew up in the like era of Pokemon when people were clamoring for 3D, like it's an unbelievable statement to make. Do you know what I mean? It's an unbelievable statement. At the time, everyone and their mother was waiting for Pokemon to go 3D. Literally made a 3DS. Like the 3DS was out. Pokedex 3D and Dreamcatcher were out. Everyone was like, yes, this is what the new 3D Mario is. Pokemon Coliseum, Battle Revolution, XD, it all hyped the Pokemon Stadium. It all gave us like tidbits of what 3D could look like. We're like, yeah. Obviously, now that it's since out, we're just like, yeah, maybe you could have done Octopath Traveler. But yeah, at the time, everyone's clamoring for it. So when Pokemon fans say that, I'm just like, you're preaching to a reality that doesn't exist. And that's the same thing you're doing, Gaming Grift. I want to say, I'm a Sonic guy, but CrossWorld looks shit to me. Oh, damn! You're supposed to toe the company line, Morkin. Everything I've seen of it and everything, hang on. Everything I've seen of it and everything, I've seen it all. It's way too chaotic and overstimulating for me. I'll have to try it. I don't know if I want to buy it, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna do the streamer thing and say super chat gold, chat. I'll be real. Listen, I'm gonna super chat gold. I'll be real with it. I'll be real with it, guys. We've got to stop talking about CrossWorld like it's gonna be better definitive. That's one thing I don't understand. That's one thing. Okay, I don't want to people online too hard. I'm gonna defer to the chat, but. It seems like any single time I see Sonic Racing CrossWorlds discourse on the internet, it's under the guise of, yeah, it's going to be better than one. I'm just like, I have never seen so much hubris from one fan base in my lifetime. And you're talking to a guy who watches football. Bro, I had to interact with Real Madrid fans last season, and they were less fucking delusional than Sonic fans are now. Your game hasn't even come out. Your game hasn't even come out. When Real Madrid fans say they're gonna fucking remontada, they're gonna win the Champions League. They have history. They have history. What? Sonic, your history is nothing. Your history is shit. Your history is inconsistent. What are we doing here?
MKW could have had more. It at least is a new thing for the franchise and gives the game a
Honestly,
unique
true.
feel.
I agree with you, CCD. And thank you so much, F7 as well. Good lord.
Miku doesn't have a voice in CrossWorld BTW.
Really? Is that true? Really? That's actually insane. Is that actually true? No, seriously, is that actually true? Yes? It is? Because they're asking me, I know nothing about Hatsune Miku, I'll be real with you. But like, yeah, easily the most unique thing about Hatsune Miku is her voice. Like, she's a Vocaloid. Literally, like, what are we doing now? I know nothing about Hatsune Miku outside of this. I'll be real with you, chat. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. That is where I start and end with Hatsune Miku, along with a Miku Beam in Fortnite. But yeah, like you couldn't just. We can go to Moresty Maya, but not Loot Lake. I really want to chuck with you. Come on now. That's like the most unique thing about Miku, and you're saying no. It's like asking Sonic to be mute. Like, what are we doing here? That's insane. You know what I mean? I love Mario and Sonic. I think they're both overpriced, and people console and warning over, they're both cringe. Yeah, people console warring over just cringe. Can we not just enjoy and critique both? Come on, Rico, you've been here long enough, Rico. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Come on. You know how it is, Rico. This is why we can't have nice things, Rico. That's why you're in my live chat, so you can laugh at these people together, okay? That's how it goes. From what I've heard, all the characters aren't from the base game are going to be mute. That's great. So what? Isn't Joker in the game? Persona 5 Joker? So what, you telling me I'm not going to get a show me your true form? Or like a all-out attack? We're not going to get any of those? Oh, that sucks. Like some of like Joker's voice lines, like he didn't talk a lot, obviously, because like he's supposed to be like a stand-in for you. But some of like, so my favorite parts about like Persona was like him talking, you know, like the small little voice lines he had. Oh, that's so bad. Be gone, yeah, be gone. Like, come on, Arsene, like, come on. He doesn't even like shout something. Come on, that's so bad. Come on.
Ron, pretty good ideas, but why the fuck would you...
Yeah, no, hang on. Are you going to address that? Hey. Are you going to address that? Where's the voice lines, bro? This is like big, hang on. This is big news, right? So like, is it fair for me to say he knows this? Big thread on r/Sonic the Hedgehog. So even the pre-order deals. So yeah, like this is something that people are like talking about. So like, it's safe to say this guy knows this, right? I think that's a fair assumption to say. Like a month ago, everyone's talking about it's like a month ago. Oddly mute SpongeBob. But yeah, so like he knows this. This is like some niche news or recent news. He knows this. That's crazy. So where's the allegation? Are you going to address the allegations? Unbelievable.
Want to combine them?
You know, I'm adding one to the cringe counter for that. He's like equally a cringer as a liar. Not been lying a lot recently. We haven't had a lot to the lying counter, but you still got a minute and a half.
But from there, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is going to be cross-platform, available on all platforms, including the Switch 2.
Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is going to be available on all platforms. Hang on. Gotta go. See how this. Your Mario Kart World's only available on the Switch too? Well, I've got news for you, Sonic Bros. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. It's going to be available on all major platforms. Be sure to write up a Sonic, even Tails, and even some special guest characters. Coming out soon or a Switch store near you. Now, let's not forget, guys, there's no game key card version here. Good lord, get out of here. Self-employed Sega employee? Okay, I have to add a point to cringe for that, surely. The shilling is unreal, broski. It's actually unreal. You would never catch me shilling for even some of my favorite games of all time. Like, I will look you in the eye and say, go play Inscription right now. But like, I'm not gonna be like, Inscription is available on all platforms, including Steam, Sony, and even Microsoft. Like, just go play Inscription, bro. Just go play it. It's a fucking fun as hell card game with a really intriguing story that will leave you like, asking more questions that eventually get answered. It's so fun. Fucking go play
an
Inscription.
overall cheaper price than Mario Kart World, and it seems to be every bit as ambitious as Mario Kart World, possibly even more so. And while Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is probably not going to overtake Mario Kart
Everyone laugh! Everyone laugh! Hey, here it is, here again!
also,
Here it is.
and while Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is probably not going to overtake Mario
The sun never sets on Nintendo, baby! Nintendo! Everyone! The sun never sets, baby! The sun never sets! Our company is better than yours! Our company is better than yours! You'll always be shit! You'll always be shit! Sega fanboys, you'll always be shit! Yes, gamers, buy a Switch 2 at a store coming soon near you. Come on.
Kart in terms of sales, because this is Mario Kart we're talking about, and again, the perception of
It's his Mario Kart. Better than your bum-ass franchise, that's for damn sure. Come on now.
Sonic racing games.
Yeah, hang on. Hey, if Sega's so good, why is it not coming? Yeah, hang on. Where's the Dreamcast? Hey, Gaming Grift. Where's the Dreamcast? What happened? What happened to your dinky ass little Dreamcast?
Not brilliant, but with how much
hang on. Sorry. Was it?
Of Sonic racing games in the past has been not brilliant.
Whoa! You can't say that. You have to shill. Hey, brother. You gotta put your shill overalls on. Come on now. Come on.
But with how much content has been revealed in trailers, as well as how much I enjoyed the beta, I wouldn't be surprised if people overall prefer.
Where's your shilly dogs, bro? Where's your shilly dogs?
This game to Mario Kart World. So coming back to the question I asked earlier, why is Mario Kart World failing? Well, it's coming down to not just one factor, but
firstly, it's not failing, but I'll let you go for it.
Quite a few smaller ones. From the fact that the community is having to take matters into their own hands to preserve the matchmaking, to the questionable
that's just Nintendo being Nintendo, but I agree with you.
Decisions and updates that Nintendo made with the game.
I agree with you, yes.
The fact that Mario Kart World was screwed over since it basically had to carry the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2 for...
That's just a straight up lie. It wasn't forced to carry. If anything, it being on its own gave it a higher chance to like, that's another lie. That's just the opposite is true.
Over a month before we got Bonanza, to the fact that Donkey Kong Bonanza dropped and basically exceeded everyone's expectations and left Mario Kart World in the dust.
Nope. Once everyone's finished with DKB, people are just going to go back to Mario Kart, because there'll always be a time where you say just one more worldwide, but you will never say just one more banana when you've collected all the bananas. He's racking up lies, gamers. He's racking up lies.
To the fact that Sonic CrossWorlds is coming out later this year, and it's shaping up to be
Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is coming out later this
much better kart racer. And
you don't know that. You just, I'm gonna add that to the cringe counter, because you just don't know that, brother. You just don't know. You just, again, like, honestly, chat, I'm gonna be honest. I've literally never seen this level of hubris from a fan base in my 20 years of the internet. Chat. I'm not exaggerating in the slightest. I have never seen such a level of hubris, gamers, in the gaming sphere in my whole. Normally, when it comes to like a game coming out, it's not gonna be as good. It's not gonna be as good. It's not. Normally, it's the reverse, isn't it? Chat? From my experience, normally it's the reverse. Normally, like, this game's gonna come out. I better be shit. I better be shit. But like, I've never seen such a level of this game is going to blow Mario Kart World out of the fucking water, and you guys are going to be so shit for it. Do you know what's going to happen, gamers? It's a prediction, but it's not even going to be like a good prediction, chat. The game's going to come out week 1. It's going to be amazing. All the Sonic Bros are going to be on their high, and then do you know what's going to happen? The Nintendo stands are going to, 2 weeks later, are going to point out the Steam numbers. Because remember, this game's on Steam, which means you can see the public player numbers. The Steam numbers are going to fall off drastically, which is what happens with any game, by the way. It's not a bad thing, it just happens. And they're like, ha, look at your game, only like 8,000 concurrent, ha. And then the Sony fans will be, no, our game's still alive, our game's not dead, our game's not dead. That's going to be the discourse. That's literally, I've already predicted it. It's boring. It's literally boring. That's literally what's going to happen. It's actually unreal. I've already predicted the gamers. I like Sega, but not this. Actually, I'm insane. But the other worst ones, I like Sonic. I like Sonic now. Shadow Generation is like one of my favorite platformers I've ever played. It's actually an amazing, like, honestly, guys, if you're a Sonic, like, if you're someone who's kind of been disillusioned with Sonic and you just haven't played a Sonic game in a while, I would literally say go play Sonic Shadow Generations. It's really fucking good. It's actually really, really good. Just playing as Shadow is just really cool. I fucking love Shadow, okay? I came from the era of video games in like the 2000s where everyone was just really fucking edgy. Everything was just edgy. Everything was just dark. Everything was gritty. Everything had a piss filter. It was like, yeah, guns, yeah, edge, yeah. So like a character that just harkens back to the era is just really fucking cool and yeah, no fucking Dr. Robotnik. Obviously, he doesn't say that, but you know, like I just love that shit, you know. And also just the levels were really amazing. The game design was really amazing. Everything's really amazing. So just play Shadow Generations, honestly.
Yeah, it should be pretty apparent why people are basically so mixed on this game and why people are going back to revisit fan favorites such as Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
That's just not happening. That's just another lie. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. You're equating, and the worst part is I know Gaming Grift knows this. I know 100% Gaming Grift knows this. People on the internet saying, I'm going back to Mario Kart Wii means jack all. It means fuck all. Yeah, people are going to say that, but like, has there been any notable spikes? Has there been any notable dips? Yeah, people will go back on for one day and then go back to playing Mario Kart World. Guys, you're talking to a guy, chat. Listen, I know this, and you know mostly why you're so confident. I used to play Call of Duty, chat. I used to hear this from between 2009 to 2014, chat. I heard this every fucking year. I heard Black Ops 1 sucks, I'm going back to Modern Warfare 2. The guy would go back to Modern Warfare 2 for about a week, all his friends are still on Black Ops 1, he goes back to playing Black Ops 1. Modern Warfare 3 is shit, Black Ops 1 was way better. He'd go back to Black Ops 1 for like a day, all his friends are still playing Modern Warfare 3, go back to Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops 2 is shit, Modern Warfare 3 is better. He goes back to Modern Warfare 4 for like 2 days, goes back to Black Ops 2. I'm telling you, gamers, I'm telling you, it's been happening for years. So what probably happened is that there was probably like a little bit of a movement. Oh, Mario Kart World is shit. Let's go back to Wii. They probably played for a week and then they went back to Mario Kart World. That's probably what happened, gamers. It's been happening. It's been happening since before you were born, and it's going to happen after you're born, like after you leave. Time is a flat circle. Okay, that's all it is. Imagine how much shit he gets if this game ends up reviewing poorly. I don't ever want to wish for the cycle of a game to be bad, but like part of me wants this to be a stinker just to see how this guy ends up crashing out, you know? It's like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want it to happen. I hope this game's good and I hope everyone enjoys it. But you know how like there's a small evil part of me, chat? Do you know there's a small evil part of me that wants this game to fail? In the same way there's a very small chat. There's a very small evil part of me that wants a Nintendo Direct not to have a 3D Mario game. And you know exactly why. You know exactly why I want the next Nintendo Direct not to have a 3D Mario game. You know exactly why. Yeah. Let's continue.
I'm the Gaming Rift. I thank you all for watching.
Oh, we're already at the end. Fuck.
If you enjoyed the video, I'd encourage you to subscribe
I'm going to do nothing of the sort, brother. I'll be real with you.
to the channel and voice your thoughts.
It would be hilarious if Cross Turds failed.
Oh! We got a slander name as well? We got a slander name. Oh! You know me, gamers. I'm a football fan. I love a good slander name. Cross Turds. Oh, that was good. That was good. Right, gamers. So our final like count ended up being 13. So allow me to check where I've archived all the screenshots. This guy, 25 gamers. Way! Amazing. Amazing. It's happening. There we go, gamers. Gambling is here. Sir Moresty out of nowhere gets 5 gifted memberships. Who is going to be part of the membership today? We have got... who have we got? We have got Kelly Kindler. Kirby, just the original Kirby. Caleb Holden, default profile picture. 2 Kirby? 2 Kirby's got a gifted membership. And last but not least, it's the Fungus Among Us. You get videos a little early with a shiny green name, and hey, it's going to be a new members only video in the next 2 days, so you got that to look forward to. What's the subject going to be on? I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to upload one in 2 days. If you got one, say thank you. If you didn't, say, oh, dang it. Get this fly out of my room, and until next time, gamers. Sayonara. Gamers, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it, gamers? Are we going to do a bit of bingo as well? So we got what's it? We had the lying counter. We had the cringe counter, and we have... This is going to be a Moresty classic share. Good lord, we pulled all of the stops today for this bit of content. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a Sir Moresty classic, gamers. So without further ado, gamers, let's get started. Let's put the music on and let's go down under. So let me present to you the bingo card for this evening. We have got... I'm sure you guys can see that just fine. Comment glazing the creator. I will make the determination for what I consider glazing. Boomer /Unk. If someone like references like old, like, oh, I remember when video game, you know, like you'll get a feel for it, chat. You'll know exactly what this is. Like when someone's like unking up the place, you know what I mean? Fatality response from commenter. Ooh, we know what that is. Truth nuke. That's just someone just spitting fire, hot fire and flames. Essay. I'm gonna count that as like, if someone writes like, I would say a total of 30 lines. A wall of text is 10 lines uninterrupted. I would say essay is 30 lines. I'm gonna say it's 30 lines. If we see 30 lines, I will count the odd line break as well. That is an essay. Buzzword Barry, if someone says video game industry, you know, SJW, I don't know, woke, like shit like that. Someone just uses buzzwords a lot. Pinned comment that agrees with the creator, self-explanatory. Creator gets owned. Ideally, we'll see a bunch of that. Hopefully, who knows? Hypocrisy. I think we'll see a bunch of that. Soul's another one. Hearted comment. That's a pretty easy square. Nostalgia comment. Oh, I'm getting my dream. Oh, this is Sonic fans gamers. We're definitely getting this square. Wall of text, as I said, 10 lines uninterrupted is what I consider a wall of text. Uninterrupted. People are online. So I'm gonna say if someone says that phrase verbatim and anything slightly adjacent, I'll be the judge of that. But yeah. Blank, oh, I like this one. Blank, by the way. Sonic fan, by the way. Oh, hang on, gamers, we might get this one. Mario fan, by the way. I think Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is... Oh, I like that one. This is a good square. This is a good square. Mustyisms. If we see that, okay, just to clarify, if someone goes in the comments right now and leaves a mustyism, I'm going to ban you from my chat and I'm not going to count this square, so don't be stupid, okay? If we see a mustyism in the wild, obviously don't go in the comment and leave them. I stopped watching after. I'll count any sort of variation of this phrase, but basically, random. Guys, you'll be shocked how often this gets. You'll be shocked how often we've seen this. This is actually a good square. That is actually a good square. Hot takes as cold takes, self-explanatory. Actually funny comment if I laugh. I'm gonna say if I properly laugh. If I giggle, I'm not gonna count that. I'm gonna say like a proper that's all I laugh. I'm getting actually funny comment. Needlessly political mention. Since this video did not mention politics in the slightest, I will say any sort of reference to like politics or like I'll say current politics. If someone just says like the word politics, it doesn't count, obviously. Cringe comment. Again, this is just my determination. What I deem as cringe is if it literally makes me cringe. Like if I see a comment that makes me go, then obviously a cringe comment. But it's just me. That's just me personally. This is one where it determines on me. Emoji spam. I'm going to count 5 emojis in one comment as emoji spam, personally. I'm counting 5. Unsubscribed comments, self-explanatory. And last but not least, multiple comments by the same person in a row. This is something that I tend to... Sometimes I tend to get this and I just think... This is my YouTuber pet peeve, by the way. When instead of just leaving one long comment and editing your comment as you go along the video, I love those comments, by the way. I love when you leave like one detailed long comment, time stamping as you've gone along. Woo masters the like masterclass of this. But when someone leaves like a comment and then I'm just like, why are you leaving me like 5 comments? Okay, and they're very vague as well. I hate it. It's my pet peeve. Okay, instant ban from the channel, by the way. I ban people for less. I hate that shit. Okay, just leave one detailed comment out. I can read it. It's easier for me. Anyway, so that's our bingo card for this evening, gamers. And without further ado, let's get started. So how I like to go by this is, hang on, where's the video? Is the video gone? Oh, gamers, I clicked out the video by mistake. Oh no. I like that video. I'm gonna go in my history and quickly grab it. I see a few of these regulators really annoying. Yeah, it's just annoying. I'm just like, just leave one comment, bro. Just leave one comment. It's all you have to do. It's not hard, okay?
Problem. And this...
Shut up, nerd. We're done with you, okay? We're done with you. Got all rage baits again in the video. A little bit. Right, let's see what the comments have for us. So, the time limit, chat, is how long it takes for the music to fade out. So, I think I've got a 16-minute loop of the Metal Gear Solid 2 sneaking theme. So I'm going to start from now. We've got 16 minutes on the clock, gamers. If the music fades out, we lose. Forget it before the music fades out, we win. So, let's get started. Let's go. I don't know if a game's been sabotaged more than Mario Kart Wii. What does that even... Chat, what does this mean? What does that mean? Oh, Mario Kart... Mario Kart what? I see MKW, see Mario Kart Wii. I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. Sorry. That's my bad. Pinned comment... technically gamers... But there is another square that is... pinned comment by creator. So I'm not going to count this as pinned comment that agrees with the creator because there's another square which is creator pinned comment. So I'm not counting that. I made a joke that even Mario Kart 9 couldn't kill Mario Kart 8. We don't have default Dan, unfortunately. Don't have default Dan. So much for the joke part. You killed a man for like no reason. He didn't. I'm sorry. That's you gotta go. No, where's my... No, Richard, come back. I need a pen. I need a big brush. Can I get a big brush, please? Oh, what's Paint doing? Paint, help me out here, man. That was not necessary. That was like so unnecessary. Can I just have a brush, please? Thank you. Yeah, that's gotta be... That's a crime. And that's 2 squares in 1 comment, chat. How do we get 2 squares from 1 comment? Holy shit. That was such an unnecessary reply. You ruined that whole guy's week with 1. Is this the first time ever 1 comment has gotten 2 squares? I'm sorry. That was just unreal. That was unreal behavior. I respect it. Let's continue. So I think Mario Kart 1 looks fun, but Nintendo doesn't know how to meet community's needs. That's true, really. And it is fun. It's actually a lot of fun. I missed the live stream, don't know what it means. It's sad. I mean, have you even played the game? I don't even know if you've played the game. Does he have it? Hearted comment. Oh, we have hearted comments, so that's gone as well. So we're making moves, games. We're making moves. Guys, let's go to Sonic Rancing. If we had misspelled comment, that was great. He doesn't even have it. Yeah, no, crazy. It has more tracks than Mario Kart World. It considers the CrossWorlds. It's base 70. Is this guy just shilling? Is this just a random shill? What are we doing here? Who is this guy? Is this what Sonic fans are? Are Sonic fans just a walking fucking advertisement? Is this guy 7? If we had young, I would consider this a young commenter, but like we don't have that square today. Should we add a shill square? Maybe. I don't think there's enough instances of shilling for a square. I don't know. If you want to add one, sure, but I don't think there's enough personally. Nintendo killed him, although the unnecessary ass update on the 25th made a lot of people stop playing, respectively. Yeah, I would say so. The update was pretty stupid. I remember hearing Nintendo doesn't pay attention to feedback, especially outside of Japan, which sometimes works in their favors, but other times it goes horribly. I think they just don't listen to like. Wasn't it they don't listen to like. They don't respond to like. I think they have a policy where they just don't listen to backlash, if that makes sense. Which I think is a fair policy. I think that's fair if you ask me. Also, chat, move out the way. Chat, you're getting on my nerves, chat. You're getting on my nerves. Get out of here. You stay up there. You think about what you've done. Transformed is kind of jank, is it? The game doesn't even look like it's worth 60. I'm gonna be honest. It does look kind of fun, but I'm just like, I don't really care, to be honest. Oh, these profile pics look similar. I thought it was the same guy again. Nintendo's terrible decisions have always been that way. It's more painfully obvious here, and it's super frustrating. Nintendo's in touch with the audience. Mario Kart is just a sad tragedy. I want to play Sonic Racing. Oh, kid. Good lord, man. The shilling. I'm going to play CrossWorlds instead for the Nintendo Switch 2 family of systems, and on Xbox One and Xbox Series. Good lord. If they put it behind it, hang on. Fix the comment guy and fix online ban and freelance. Add new skins, add new tracks, add new characters. If they put it behind a paywall, I swear to Funky Kong. I swear to Funky Kong. It made me wince, guys. It made me wince. It made me wince. Yeah. I'll be real, it made me wince a little bit. I swear Nintendo isn't just letting CrossWorlds win. They're begging for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds to murder my... Fuck my life, lads. Fuck my life. Not even worth emulating. I'm gonna stick to Sonic Unleashed on my Steam Deck. S ranks. This is hurting me, gamers. That's actually... No, like, it takes a while to, like, get... It takes a big, like... Just to clarify, like, it doesn't take me that, I've seen so much cringe on the internet, it takes me a while. Does that make sense? Like, it's not easy. Making me cringe is not that easy. Like, actually, like, the feeling of cringe... That's 2 near in a row. Oh, that hurts. And he hearted it as well. And he hearted it. If one is worth emulating to him and one isn't, that does not apply a quality difference. And he's beefing with replies? What is he doing here? Is it true that Gargantua... What are we... Okay, this is just nonsense. This is just nonsense. I'm leaving this. Have to agree with Rift on this point. Once Bonanza came out, I haven't really touched World since. Granted, I essentially touched nothing but Bonanza until I finished it. But I don't have a strong desire to play Mario Kart for a while, especially when my Switch 1 library still in order. But just because you're playing Bonanza. Like, it's a bit too early to judge if you're going to play Mario Kart World more. Because you're still playing Bonanza, which is fine, but I know once I fully finish Bonanza, I'm probably going to be in the mood to play Mario Kart again. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait. I don't know yet. That's the thing. None of us can make this statement yet until we've fully finished Bonanza and given it some time. We don't know yet. If precedent is anything to go by, like, for example, like, I regularly play, like, Overwatch. I used to play Apex Legends a lot, Rainbow Six Siege. But then I'd play, like, a fun single-player game, right? And I'd play that, I'd finish it, and then I'd go back to my multiplayer games. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, I'm almost certain the same thing is going to happen with Mario Kart World. I play Mario Kart World a bunch. And then a new game comes, I play that, but then I go back to, like, my multiplayer games. Yeah, like, I don't get this. I don't get this at all. The Tiki Tak Tribe and the Broodals are better villains than Void Company? No. No, this is just wrong. He's just wrong. This is just me when I lie. I wish we had me when I lie as a square. That's unbelievable. I can see why people love DK Bonanza, same people love Odyssey, and I love Odyssey. True! It's not like that, it just felt like a Switch 2 game. Felt, speak facts. This is actually diabolical, gamers. This is actually, like, unbelievable. I wish I was faking it, chat. I wish I was faking it. But you know that feeling, right? That feeling deep in your spine, chat. Oh man. Oh man. Oh good lord, it's hurting me. It's actually hurting me so much. This is hurting me so much. This is a cringe. Is this what Sonic fans are like? Oh man. The Discord server isn't fixing matchmaking. True, hang on. I'm glad someone said it. I'm glad someone said it. The Discord server isn't fixing matchmaking, so people playing free laps with Nintendo Switch. Yes, true. How does he reply, chat? How does he reply? I just have to give him props. He isn't like cope-hearting the comments he only agrees with. I should fair play to him. He's an idiot and so. Oh, he's an idiot and slow. Shit, crazy. And he acts like this first time anyone has made a Discord server related to multiplayer games. Clearly, this guy hasn't branched out. Gamers, I'm gonna call it. Gamers, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna make the brave call, gamers. I'm calling that. I'm calling it, gamers. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. That's a truth nuke. That is a truth nuke. It's a truth nuke, boy. I'll be real with you. Yeah, and also the launch, he said the Switch 1 is much better at launch when it argued the same as the Switch 2 had with third. Oh, yeah, true. I said the same thing. Like, yeah, it's about the same. They should change it there to be a mode where you can only play 3 laps or 3 laps every race. True. I agree with this too. Cyberpunk's a 5-year-old game that's been available everywhere. The game has a very low attach rate for a reason. True. Oh my god, everyone in this comment section is like actually true in this thread. Where is OP though? It's still one of the hardest games to run. The full game can't even run on PS4 Pro, so the fact it's running good on a handheld is a heartbeat. You seem to ignore that NKW clears matchmaking issues as no one's playing the game, and Discord server is basically life support. This is just wrong. This is me when I lie. Fans have to fix Nintendo's BS. Glad nothing's changed it. Oh.
What the hell? Oh my god, no way.
Oh, good look. Get it. Send him home. Send him home. He doesn't even want to admit he's wrong. That's the worst bit, chat. That's the worst. If he just said, that might be true, but it's still a shame that people are having matchmaking issues, that's literally all he had to say, chat. That all he had to say was, yeah, I suppose you're right, but it's still a shame that the community kind of has to fix this issue, you know? That's how I feel. Literally, I would say, yeah, it's true, but he can't be wrong, games. He can't be wrong. Sad. People aren't playing. Yeah, literally. Same comment again. He replies again. It was more the matchmaking I meant, but you aren't wrong. No, that doesn't make it okay. Nintendo's community shouldn't have to fix it. Okay, so you said it here, but you didn't say it here? You didn't say it here. Well, what the hell? Hey, where's the consistency, broski? Yeah, but you should correct yourself. You straight true. You lied. You lied to your video. You are a liar, Gaming Grift. You are a lawyer. You are an absolute lawyer. Make up your mind. Absolute insanity. Is that technically hypocrisy? No, I don't think that's necessarily hypocrisy, but like, yeah, he was willing to like double down here, but then he completely pulled himself back here. Post grift Calais. Real. I don't know if is that technically the definition of hypocrisy? I don't think that's hypocrisy, is it? It's like when you say one thing but then do another. Hey, double standards, maybe. I don't think that's hypocrisy, so I'm not gonna click that square off. Mario Kart, honestly, I feel like Nintendo wanted to make with something they just made to tell the fans to F off since they want to focus on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Simply because this is just... Hell, watch them stop the servers but make it either a spite just to release the Switch to... Schizophrenia? Have you got that as a square? Good lord. Well, they better want to make a game better than Mario Kart 8. It's old and people want new stuff. I do agree they fumbled with VOD. They very clearly did not want to continue Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart World started development right after Switch 1 launch. The only reason they boosted cost was added to hold people over. Well, yeah, that's just what Nintendo does, though. You can argue that this philosophy of Nintendo's is bad, but like that's just what Nintendo do. Nintendo release a game and then start working on a new game. Nintendo don't really do the other than Splatoon, and there's probably like maybe another scribbly game that you could mention. Splatoon is like the big exception to the rule. Nintendo are like one of the final few companies that will just put out a game and they're like, cheers guys. The Smash as well, yeah, Smash as well, yeah. But like there's what I'm saying is that obviously I'm sure you're getting the point I'm trying to make, chat, which is generally speaking, Nintendo just go, oh, here's a game. But like, oh shit, you're gonna release it? No, we're already working on something new. And it's annoying, but like that's just what they do. So like you using that as an own is just insane, downvote. Why do people always assume fast sales equal good sales altogether? People need to stop overhyping consoles when they just started. The Switch 2 doesn't deserve any record of how bad it is. It also feels like Game with World in their tower either mostly peak or garbage. Never. Thankfully, I never bought any of this crap. You're obviously 5 years old. You ain't buying shit, bro. I was gonna say what, get a paper round, but I'm pretty sure that job's been outsourced to AI as well. What are you talking about? Bulletproof T-towel. That's good. Gamers, I wish I was lying. Gamers, I actually wish I was lying. I can't. When will it end, Robbie? Robbie, when will it end? When will it end? When will it end? I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna count that as a glaze. Yeah, that's a glaze. I'll count that as a glaze. Saying that's going on your tombstone? Yeah, that's a glaze. 100%. We could win if we get a boomer unky ass comment and an essay. Remember, 30 lines. It can include line breaks and spaces, but like I'm saying, I'll say 25 actually. I'll say 25 lines in a comment is an essay. I would say. I can't believe how much time have we got left, chat? Oh, we got 5 minutes left, chat. We don't have too many. We can get bingo. We don't have too many squares overall, I would say. So let's see if we can knock out some squares. Too many kids for an essay. Probably still winnable though. Still winnable. I don't know. Mario Kart doesn't have a story, but fuck my life. Fuck my life, bro. I don't know what to say. It's somewhat crazy. I think CrossWorlds being cross-platform could ironically give it a longer lifespan than WOD, which if everyone works out, which in hindsight would be very funny looking back. Yeah, of course, Sonic profile picture would say it. I don't know, man. How many Sonic profile pics are there? Holy! For once, maybe a Sonic game I've ever bet. Look, this game is just rent-free! It's... I don't know. It's literally just rent-free, gamers. They're literally thinking about us. All of the time. Why can't you just want a game to be good? That's all you need. Sorry, Shadow Generations was amazing. You don't have to say, oh, but it's better than Bowser's Fury. I don't give a shit if it was better than Bowser's Fury. Sonic Shadow Generations is an amazing video game. You should be so happy about that. They are really fucking... You have a Sonic game that has cutscenes that didn't make me cringe. Like, the cutscenes look and, like, are directed brilliantly in that game. I love the cutscenes in that game. The opening cutscene and, like, the cutscene fight against Sonic to mirror, like, the Shadow Generations fight. Fuck my life, man. Oh, Bowser, a dry Bowser profile picture. It's time for the devs to force an unwanted update while also fixing the constant crash problem that's been happening online. Not really a good look for the fans of the community when they just make a Discord server. True, honestly. It's not bad. Fair, honestly. Fair comment, Dry Bowser. Funny to compare Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which had a period of 8 fucking years to sell 60 million copies, to Mario Kart World, which was out for 2 months. As if Nintendo didn't go further to update the game with DLC or free updates. The game's going to accompany the Switch for the next 5 years. Compare it to that time. No, I know Mario Kart World isn't perfect, but it's stupid to compare it. Yeah, true, honestly. That's just true, really. Releasing an unfinished half-ass game is not good. Hang on. Have we got the square? I think we have the square, right? So I'm just trying to check if we have, like, multiple comments by the same person. Like, maybe not in a row, but I've seen this guy, haven't I? Bradley? Hang on. I've seen this guy before. Hang on. Am I going insane? I feel like I've seen this guy before, right? He's kind of been everywhere, or is it just the one? Okay, maybe it was just the one. Maybe I'm mixing people up, my bad. I'm seeing a Sonic profile picture and I'm getting my people mixed up. I'm getting my people mixed up, my bad. I thought I saw that go. I thought we could click off multiple comments by the same thing. It's just, yeah. Loads of Sonic people. Too many Sonics. I've learned never to expect better from Nintendo for 8 years now. Waiting for everyone else to wake up. Everyone else to wake up, gamers. Wake up, gamers. Wake up. Definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying here, but I also have this notion has been blown out of proportion. Xbox and PlayStation have this policy for this. Yeah, true, honestly. It's that pricking thing. What does he say? Yes, that's stupid to an add-on to the problem that we don't own digital games. The difference is that everyone else will only delete your account. You still own the console PC itself. When Nintendo says they make it clear that, yes, you don't anything in regards to your Switch 2. And the reason lawsuits are happening is because people are unfairly being bricked for simply paying for second-hand games, especially what Nintendo's doing. especially as what Nintendo's doing doesn't actually stop piracy. Yeah, but like, it's something everyone has though. Like, and even if the difference is the account, why don't you specify that? Why don't you specify that? I think there's an extremely important distinction that you omitted. For what reason? If that is the case, if you could show me that, yeah, when you get banned off online on PlayStation, it only bans your account. You can make a new account or make a new user, but on the Switch, it bans literally everything. Then yeah, that is a pretty big distinction, and I think that is pretty bad. Why don't you make that? Why don't you say it in your video? You didn't. If you knew that was true, you would have said it in your video. That's the issue. Why are you saying it in a comment that no one's going to read when you could have said it in your video? Downvote. Downvote. Also, is it just more if someone's banned, they shouldn't be able to get a new account? Yeah, that's a different argument for a different day. But I would say like yeah, it's just there's a difference. I would say there's a difference between those. If Nintendo's like stepping over a bit more than they probably should, that's an argument that could be made. We could have a discussion about that. But if you're not going to say that and just lie, essentially, what's the point? No way, that guy was cooking him, was he? You're right, it's stupid. And also, no, PlayStation says it can render your PS4, PS5 entirely inoperable if modified with hardware is detected. Xbox said the same thing. MIG is modified hardware, and Nintendo's adopted the PS3 era policy that no one blinked at when it was introduced. People only now care because they neglected to care about this issue 20 years ago when they should have. They were blinded by the hardware advance and didn't see exactly what they were agreeing to sacrifice blindly purchasing consoles. Nobody read the end-user license agreement and it spelled out this future 20 years ago. They just skipped to the end and pressed OK to play Arkham City. That's what I'm kind of jaded about this whole issue. We're dealing with the problem that's only reached this severe breaking point because you've neglected to do anything about it for so long. We just shrugged it off and we can't help but feel tired now. They had to tell the companies that we don't care as long as we've got new games. Well, in the case that happens, I'm more happy to be on PC then. I don't know why we could... I didn't know... Jenny did not get PlayStation Xbox, though I guess that makes sense. No research? No fucking research? No research at all? None? You couldn't just look into this? You couldn't just look into this? I feel like this would have been very, very easy to look up. I feel like, if you're asking me, I feel like this could have been quite easy to look up, right? You could have looked up if that was the case. You could have looked up the PS3's like EULA or whatever it was and seen if this has been a policy for that long. You could have seen that, but instead you decided not to. I would say, hang on, he's been ratioed as well. Yeah, I'll believe anything you say. There's a video on YouTube of someone using the MIG switch and they didn't get banned. It didn't work, but the switch, it didn't work, but his switch didn't get banned. I guess Brazil or companies making up a load of I don't know, he kind of got owned. So I'm going to count it as an own. Little bro got owned. So what have we got? Random party shop and I've got an emoji. Yeah, I don't think we're winning. I'll extend a bit of time because I have been yapping a bit, gamers. We'll add an extra 10 minutes, all right? Until the Rayman music fades out, gamers. We'll go for a bit of round 2. Grok, is this true? Grok? As soon as the guy said he was glad he didn't get a Switch 2, meaning he hasn't got actually played the game, I should know the things he was saying weren't true. 1 dislike from me. And I'm hitting do not recommend this channel. Y'all have a great day. Honestly. My guy. Ray Reese, he knows what he likes. He knows that if he's going to see someone talk about a console that they don't have, they're probably bullshitting. And they should click not. And I encourage all of you guys to do this. If you see some bullshit, not interested. Do not recommend channel. YouTube wants you to stay on their website for as long as possible. So and they only want to show you channels you're going to watch. So they're very, very good about this. Well done, Reese. Ray Reese. Oof, yeah. Okay, Nintendo. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, this is not a Nintendo. This is just a normal take to have. This is literally a normal take to have. If somebody was going to make a video critiquing the Switch 2 and they don't own it, I'm not watching that video. Fuck you. What dog shit video? It's like if I watch the Mario Kart World tier list and it turns out the guy hasn't played it. I'm like, why would I watch this? What stupid comment? Oh yeah, Nintendo sheeple. Yeah, you got it, bud. Not even. Yeah, Reese. Oh my god, Ray. Yo. Yeah. Oh man. Ray Reese, take a right off into the sunset, my brother. My fella. He won. Gamers, he won. Reese won. He actually won so hard. Actually, Reese W. Put on a profile picture, all right? But Reese W. Kirby Air Ride is also coming out too. Imagine Kirby getting a racing game in a sequel to an old GameCube game. Beating Mario Kart 1. Holy... Okay, CO Kennedy, I will say, I think we definitely need... Did we have a by the way earlier? Did we? Let's check, gamers. Let's check. We'll VAR check it. No, that's not the same. That's not the same. It has to be a blank fan, but it has to be like a blank by the way. That's what it has to be. It's not just someone saying by the way. That's not. It doesn't count. But like we need a blank fan, brother. Or I'm this blank. I'm this thing, by the way. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. VAR check failed. What's it? What was I gonna say? Yeah, like can we get like a square that's like 2 cakes? Because like people just don't understand. Like you can have 2 cakes. Some people are like comparing like that's not how it goes. You can have 2 cakes, bro. I think we need a square. Commenter doesn't understand 2 cakes. Commenter doesn't like 2 cakes or something like that. You know what I mean? I've seen enough of that where we need that, I would say. If people are using personal lobbies, that means they're still playing the game. Randoms aren't dead. Hell, I don't even play online, but even this is one of the dumbest choices Nintendo make. It's far from dead though, it's just getting started. It's a bit of a mix. Fair. It wasn't doomed to fail. The game had a solid start, but after the update, there just wasn't much to do, and I kind of slowed down. It's still a good game, and I love it. Ain't worth 100 USD. They need an update to put it back on track. True. Legro. Oh my god, is this the villain, gamers? Is this the villain? Now, I'm almost certain this square means if there's like multiple comments by the same person, the same long thread, but I will count it as, okay, what I'll say, if this guy has like 4, if it's 1 of 4, I'll count it. Oh, good lord. Oh, no, I think that okay. I'll say if Legros comes up 2 more times, gamers, I will click that, okay? There's 2, he's done 2. What's multiple? For me, when I think multiple, I think like 3 or 4 at least, not 2. A couple is 2. Yeah, multiple has to be at least 3. So 1 more games. If we get 1 more, I'll count that as multiple. I'm gonna see him in every reply. Let's see. My guy just compared the physical sales from a game in 3 countries to sell 2 multi-platform worldwide games and said Mario Kart was outsold. Oh my god, you guys are insane. Dude, you can't even read the screenshot from Mario Kart World sells 1.4 million copies in Japan, over 850,000 physical copies in America, and 950,000 copies in Spain. Those are just 3 areas that is overnight rain. You didn't count the entire rest of Europe, South America, because the full sales numbers from those regions haven't been calculated yet. Neither the digital sales that would have been included in every bundled console. FI in the UK, it has been highest sold boxed game for 7 weeks. And before you say digital sales don't matter, the game, as you said, sold more than Oblivion Remastered, didn't have a physical release. So we're not going to know how many copies of Mario Kart World were actually sold until Nintendo does an official earnings report. Regardless, basing your view of those games sold more purely because the physical sales from 3 countries is deluded and disingenuous. You're setting yourself up for a major sale. You're setting yourself up for a major L when the actual sales of the worldwide are revealed. Do you know what we call that, gamers? Hooked and cooked. James Jones Animator. Have my sword, brother. Have my sword. Have my sword. Ratio that fella. Ratio that fella. Actually owned. Nintendo couldn't possibly care less if people don't like the game. Do you have your money and they have what they want and release the next game? Yeah, exactly. That's just what Nintendo are. One Nintendo. Call me a bootleg. Oh. Is there like, have we got a square which is like person preempts people who hate them? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get hate for this, or call me like that sort of thing. We need something like that. I think we need like a square like that. They like preempt the hate they're gonna get. Because this sort of thing is just very common in comment sections. I don't know why. Here's a Sonic profile picture. You can't be a bootleg. Mario Kart has only been out for 6-7 weeks. The exact thing happened with Mario Kart Deluxe in its early days. Mario Kart 8 was the only Mario Kart game to have DLC and drip-fed content. Are not the norm for Mario Kart games. True! Also, Mario Kart 8 was never charged for $8, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe didn't single-handedly carry the Switch. Didn't have to single-handedly carry the Switch. Why are we saying this? Like, it's not true, though. It's not carrying the Switch. If anything... single-handedly carrying the Switch. Bro, it's just... I don't get it. Like, I actually just don't know what he means by this. I don't know what he means. I just don't know what he means by this, chat. What's carrying the Switch? If people want Mario Kart, they'll buy Mario Kart. If people want DKB, they'll buy a Switch for DKB. If people want Metroid when that comes up, people will buy Metroid. No one's carrying anything. Just wait until the game you want comes out and then people will buy it. Like, it's not... Like, Breath of the Wild didn't carry the Switch 2. It's just if... Or the Switch 1. It's just if it came out, if people want to buy it... I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm going to be honest. I don't get the mindset. I just don't get it, honestly. Animal Crossing would have carried it by the time we got to 2020. Carried. Oh, it hard carried. Yeah, I just don't get the mindset, personally. As other point out, that's not the reason. Yeah, people say that. Honestly, kind of deserved. Warning, a bit of a rant. I'm not one to complain normally, but they gave the community essentially a downgrade from everything 8 Deluxe gave us. There's an open world, but nothing to do. There's stuff to do. The roster's actual one to carry on was most. He's a roster Andy gamers. Can we just downvote and move on? No joy, no whimsy. Have we got no joy, no whimsy square as well? Yeah, I'm not reading the rest of this. I ain't reading all that. I ain't reading all that. I get 4 lobbies anytime I play. Consider yourself lucky. I'm happy. I'm happy some people are able to enjoy it. I know, crazy, right? Crazy. Are you sure you're happy? Bulletproof. Fucking. It gets worse for Mario here. Not only was Mario Kart World received poorly, Mario recently got I'm at my wit's end, chat. I'm actually at my wit's end. I actually don't think I've cringed this much at a comment section in my entire fucking life, chat. I'll be honest with you. I wish I was joking. I wish I was joking, gamers. This is dire fucking bollockle. What the hell? I need a minute, chat. I need a minute. I need a fucking minute. Very bad faith. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. And people are saying we're just finding negativity to blindly hate. Yes, you're Sonic fans. Go play Sonic. Go play Sonic, man. Just go play Sonic. Clickbait, you know, fair. Oh man, are we gonna win today? I don't think we're winning, chat. I think we're done. I think this is as far as we get, gamers. I think this is as far as we get, unfortunately. And this is as far as we get. It's so clearly giving up and trying. Crazy. Is that Desolate? Was that Desolate over there? Was that Musty? Musty guy? What was he? I didn't see him. No random parting shop at Burger One? Yeah, no, we're cooked, games. We're cooked. I think it's over. Not quite an essay. Back down? Oh shit, yeah? I wonder how Nintendo fanboys would defend this. One more cringe for the road gamers. One more. Oh, the comment was deleted? Oh, the reply was deleted. Oh man, it's like the 4th video YouTube's thrown at me telling me it's dead, all while I haven't finished 20-player lobby and ranked. I understand the game isn't perfect and needs improvement. Nintendo grift bandwagon just pays the bills. That's not what grifting means, you muppet. People complain like true offense does not agree to grifting. Also, nice straw man. Never said the game was dead or it's doomed to fail and has 0 chance of succeeding. That's basically close to... Oh my lord, man. That's basically what you said, though. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, gamers? Do you know what it is? It's like me goes to the kitchen and looks at the cookie jar, notices a cookie is missing. Hey, did you take a cookie from the cookie jar? You mouthful. No. Crumbs on your face. No, no, no. I could have sworn there was one extra chocolate chip cookie in here that's not in here anymore. Well, it wasn't chocolate chip. It was raisin, actually. It was raisin, actually, you muppet. It was actually raisin. Yeah, but you still ate it. No, but it was raisin. No, hang on. I had a raisin one. No, you can't sell chocolate chip. No, hang on. You're wrong. And I was like, you still ate the cookie, though. You still ate the cookie. What are we doing? You still ate the cookie. Yeah, but you said chocolate. It was raisin, actually. Yeah, okay. Crazy. Sure, dude. So I missed an adjective. Whatever. I just took a look at your recent videos. You paint a clear picture. But hey, here's that free engagement you asked for. Fucking owned. You owned him, Kirby. You fucking owned him. Yeah, that's it, gamers. I think we've unfortunately no winners this time, gamers. It didn't. Did it? The double. Oh, the double, gamers. Didn't what? Didn't what? Gamers didn't what? He needs to know. He needs to what? Sigma what? Sigma what? He needs to know. Gamer Riff needs to know, gamers. He needs to know. The double, gamers. The double. Oh man. Game is not. Yeah, I think we're done. Gamers. I think we're done. So unfortunately, I think this is what we ended up with. I would say. I think this comment section skewed a bit younger. Unfortunately, so we didn't get as many as we'd like. We got a lot of cringe. Unbelievable amounts of cringe. But unfortunately, didn't get enough unks. Didn't see a proper essay. Mortal Kombat, maybe we got that. Maybe they even crossed that as like a grace. We still didn't get. That's probably the only one that crossed that. Maybe we didn't get. I didn't see any politics. I stopped watching after. None of these, unfortunately. No nostalgia. Unfortunately, we lost. I would say that with all the cringe, though, did we win, gamers? Did we win? I think we did. I think we won, gamers. I think we actually won. I think we actually did win. Unfortunately, unless it's some call me Johnny, Sonic fan communities are kind of washed. Yeah, I'm seeing that, gamers. I'm seeing it. So closing thoughts, I would say, Mr. Gaming Rift, to use your name correctly for once in my life. I would say your overall video, it's very clear what you're doing, so I don't think I need to add a closing thesis. I think you're on the grift, you're on the grind, and I would say if this beats making a 9 to 5, then by all means keep the grift going, buddy. What I will say is that you'd at least be funny. At least Fratanga's funny. Fratanga's a grifter. I would say Fratanga's on the grind, on the grift. He's like, switch to this, and there. I'm just like, yeah, but at least he's funny. Like when I watch some of it, I don't know if all his videos are funny, but at least when at least he kind of adds a bit of humor to his video, and I think his personality is a lot more like charismatic, at least a bit more. You're just a bit of a vacuum, brother, and you were wrong, and you were skippity toilet, so that's a bit of a 3-peat there. So what I will say is, you're never going to see this. Just keep on grifting, brother. You don't need to worry about my opinion. What I will say though is that this video was shit, and you're an absolute you're an absolute disgrace. That's what I'll tell you. Absolute disgrace. Kicking that can all over the place. And us Mario fans will rock you, won't we, gamers? We will rock you. We definitely will. We definitely will, chat. Billions must grift. Billions must grift. And I guess we'll leave it there. I guess we'll leave it there, bro. Keep on grifting on, brother. Keep on grifting on.